Um, all right. So we're
You're
looking
looking
at
at charts, man.
Bitcoin right here. Let's review and see what happened over the weekend. Um, we definitely we rejected right here off of the golden pocket here, the local resistance fib, and we definitely we brought it up all the way up to the top here, to the resistance fib. Then we rejected off of this golden pocket. So it's moving just in this range. That's why it's like they were like that article you read. It was just like it was pumping within the range. Because here, we it didn't quite make to the fib here. It just if you notice, it really just bounced so far off of this resistance. So what I'm going to be watching is if we get a little whoop, if we get a little bounce here, a higher low. That is a possibility. VWAP starting here on the Kimono wave, our awesome indicator that's free. It's showing us that VWAP is starting to trend up, which is a sign that money is flowing back in. And if you see here, the money flow wave, right? It was green, came down, and just looks like it's starting to turn green again. So this is interesting because I was really looking at how the markets were gonna maybe do today, and it looked like gonna it was gonna be a rough day for the markets, but it looks like so far we could just I think we might just be
Kind of a
getting a little
bounce.
pump. Yeah, and then maybe coming back down. But let's check out some higher time frames here because the 1 hour, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing maybe a beginning of a bounce here and a move up to maybe the middle of the range here, or right back up to the top resistance fib. Um, daily, daily is showing us what I don't want that. Sorry. Um, just God, we're just in this freaking range. There's nothing much more to it. You just play this range here. Um,
Up
the
and down,
dailies
up and
doesn't really give us too much hope. It looked like, hey, yeah, these the right over the weekend was great, and then hi, welcome Monday, or Tuesday, holiday over. We're bringing it back down. Um, I'm never like it. So I'm still pretty bearish here. Money flow overall in the daily is going down. That wave is opening back up on the kimono. 12-hour, we have an oversold signal. Interesting. VWAP pointing down. Um, volume is pretty negative, but if this bar holds, we could maybe see some green bars here. Um, and so I wonder if a couple more 12-hour candles, if we can get a couple more green ones. Um, I wonder, see, like, I'm not gonna be bullish until we really start challenging the last high up here, right? And what we want to see is some sort of pattern, like a W, right? So maybe it's gonna be something like this. Hmm? Maybe, maybe. It could even you could even find a W here still. I guess this isn't invalidated because we haven't gotten these lower ones. So this could just be a little trace to the trend, and then we start seeing uh number go up. But it's
oh, that would be insane.
I'm not right overall. The daily looks still pretty rough. The weekly um looks pretty rough, but we are that VWAP is still just it's still trending up. So that's good news. It's just right when you pull out to the weekly, it's like, is this the bottom, right? All it has to do is break this level of resistance, and that's it. And then, right, it's just playing in this range. And if it breaks this level of resistance, then what's the next one? All the way to 12. People are saying, and it makes sense. I mean, it does because you see on the weekly here, we have these vector candle zones, which of course we know are the market makers taking shorts. They were taking shorts all the way back in 2020. They've waited this long to want to get their profits. All right. So it's I would imagine we could totally see prices coming down here. Um a lot of people saying they hey, maybe 15. I like that too. I like that scenario too. Um but yeah, I'm not super right now we're looking at this trend line and we're asking ourselves, is this little trend line really going to hold up? I mean, we can make it even bigger, go down here. Is that gonna really hold? I mean, we're not
Yeah.
really
Hmm.
right. I'm not too optimistic. Sorry to say. Um, and it's here on the 4 hour, right? We kind of recently had an overbought signal on the 4 hour.
Mhm.
So that means I would be going to the 1 hour and be looking
Looking
for
for
my short
short.
entries.
Mhm.
And
The
it's
question is, yeah, I wonder on that 4 hour,
this could be turning.
yeah, I do wonder if on that 4 hour that could be a false signal or something. I mean, it is still in a green wave up there, so it definitely
Yeah.
exercise caution on that one. But
The
yeah,
thing
it
is
is
that
over.
when you're using a kimono wave, always remember what's where the price is within the chart. So like like for example, like where is it? Is it near a level? Like here, it's like you get an oversold signal, but it's this giant, massive green candle. Like, you could have bought, you'd have to take profits that next candle, or else you would be
Yeah,
in the hole because
yeah,
you understand that it's launching off from the bottom here, from the resistance, and you understand that okay, we have we're in a range, and it could get rejected somewhere up
yeah.
here.
That's why it's
Um,
like, yeah, you look at the 4 hour and then you go down to the 1 hour and then you go down to,
yeah.
the 30 minute. You just kind of keep cruising down in your time frames
See,
to
this
really kind of
is
see, is this trend on the
yeah.
4 hour gonna, does it have a lot of power in those lower time frames?
Yeah, see on this one on the 4 hour, right? It's a great position because it's right within the golden pocket and
Hmm.
you get an oversold
Oh yeah, it
signal.
is in the golden
That's a
pocket now.
good that's a
Yeah.
good indication. Okay,
Hedging
the
pocket.
price is gonna want to return to the top of the range.
Yeah.
It does, and it just gets it rejected immediately. Now with this 4 hour developing on this giant candle, it could be something like this, right? Where
Hmm.
we have a giant and we could see price maybe spike down pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly.
so I'm just because if you see like what happened here,
Yeah.
chicken drinking water kind of
Well, and it's
situation.
challenging that. I don't know what that EMA is right there. The 50? Is that part the one with the purple the purple path around it? I don't know.
Oh,
That
this
volume.
is 50. Yep.
What is
Yep.
that purple?
Yeah.
What's that purple background? Give us a little school us right there.
That's just kind of the zone. So it's like we play that zone in it and it expands and contracts.
Yeah.
So
It almost
it
looks like a
gets
Bollinger-ish type or like
it does kind of
a channel.
yeah,
Looks like a
it's
channel, one of
yeah.
those channel indicators, yeah.
Yeah, and essentially when the price enters that zone, it's like I consider that as it's
Where it might
challenging the
challenge,
50.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you can see
50
it's
EMA.
it's having a war right now around that 50 EMA right now. It's really trying
Yeah,
to,
and
like,
and
challenge that.
and the trend, right?
Yeah,
We're
of course.
battling, we're right at the bottom of the trend. We're
Yeah.
at the 50, we're really close to
Definitely,
50
yeah,
EMA.
I mean, it could be a bullish turning point, but it's gonna need that, it's gonna need, yeah, I mean,
We're gonna need some more
mhm,
signs here.
on the, yeah, daily would be nice to get some
I mean,
momentum back.
see this
Oh,
wick down
yeah,
here,
there's your
this
30
wick
minute.
down to the fib, really close to it, close enough to me to say that hey, that's a
At least a
challenge.
bounce. A little
Yeah, I
bounce
mean,
there.
like
Setting up
this
for
30
a
minute, if
bounce.
this prints, I might go long, honestly. I
Hmm,
might.
hmm.
Just because I'm seeing confluence that it's hit levels, it's hit support, and we could be seeing at least, I'm not expecting on this one because the higher time frames are
Oh
saying
my gosh, look at that. Look on your
bear,
chart real quick. There's a perfect bearish divergence
what?
too. There was a perfect bearish divergence as the price was cruising up there on that 30 minute.
Oh yeah,
And then you
right
had the
here.
lower highs right there. That's a great example of a bearish divergence that played out
Yep.
perfectly.
Higher prices,
Yep. Higher highs,
lower momentum
lower highs on the
gives
momentum. Yep.
you this. Yeah, this one after seeing this, and
That
if
was
you, yeah, you
beautiful.
short that sucker
That was
perfectly right
beautiful.
there.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
beautiful
I
example
would have
right there.
probably shorted up here, honestly, and then be
Yeah,
terrified for
exactly.
that
Yeah,
part, and then
eating. Yeah, exactly. Being like, "Oh
that's
no,
where I
patterns
probably would
getting
hit it.
invalidated. Oh no."
Yeah, but we just had to double top right
Yep.
here, double top coming down.
You would probably wait to see if it broke that top. That's the previous top.
Um, I
But
don't know what I would have done at
your
the
butt
moment.
cheeks would be very tight though.
Yeah. Here we have the I mean, we're bouncing off these levels, right? And what kind of bounce could we maybe get? I mean, because the higher time frames are saying, number go down still. I would be looking to get in around here and then taking profits as a challenge to 50 EMA. Um, yeah, it's just
It'd be a cautious long.
long. Yeah, it would be
Cautious
like,
long.
okay, that's as far as I think it might be
Yeah.
possibly going. Just because what tends to happen is, right, price moves away from the 50 MA, returns to it, challenges it, moves away again. That is usually what kind of behavior, like here, the 50 MA, what crossed the 200 EMA, which right here, this was 4th of July. This was yesterday. I'm on a 30-minute chart, so keep that in mind. 50 EMA crosses 200, so you're like, okay, that's pretty bullish. So now I'm looking to see bounces off of the 50 EMA when it's challenged to say, hey, this is pretty bullish. But what happened when it came down to challenge? It just plowed right through it, which says to me, like, okay, so now I know the 50 MA is above the 200, but we're
Mhm.
still in a big bearish market. So I'm expecting a challenge to the 50 MA and a
Right. Yeah.
rejection. I even though typically when the 50 MA is above the
Yeah.
200 EMA,
Starts to treat it as support.
I'm a
Yeah.
bit more bullish, but at this case, because also on the larger
Mhm.
time frames, it's very bearish. It's nothing like this on the like when yeah, it's 50 minutes. Like I said, keep that in mind. It's gonna change quickly. So I'm I'm expecting a rejection, but we'll
Yeah.
wait and see. Um,
We will.
we'll wait and see. So that's Bitcoin. Let's see what ETH is doing real quick. Um, ETH 30
Similar
minute,
bullshit.
same thing. Yeah,
Similar
it's see
bullshit.
on the ETH too. You have so like on ETH, right? I was making over the weekend. I made these. It's just this kind of trend that it's going, and it is trending up,
Mhm.
right? And it's still within the trend. We had these crazy like this yesterday. This is what killed me is that I was what was it? I think I took a short like somewhere around here, took profits, and then and I was so thankful I did because it just skyrocketed like freaking crazy. It
Yeah.
was like insane. And that's why I don't trade on the weekend or when markets are closed. But I did yesterday because I don't know I'm a DJ. And um that's the kind of crazy price action you're gonna get on the
Yeah.
weekends. Just spikes up here, gets rejected like crazy off the trend, and I was like, okay, this could probably be a decent long, but I was done. I'm like, I'm not gonna trade anymore, because that like a wick like that, it's gonna want to be filled. It's not
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna want to stay there.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
price
an
comes up,
insane wick, dude.
fills the wick, gets rejected off the trend again.
Yeah.
See, this is just
I
crazy
mean,
how
so yeah,
quickly
what's interesting is our higher time frames are telling us we're still in a dump, but these lower time frames are showing bullish act patterns. So I really do wonder how long can these lower can the bullish pattern keep going, and can that start to trickle up into those higher time frames or not? On the 1 hour and 4 hour, is on the 4 hour on ETH, is the 50 over the 200 EMA yet on ETH?
I did. Dude, something happened. I must have accidentally
It's all good.
clicked a link or
Link.
something. My
Yeah.
bad. Um,
We've been
Now, yeah.
really
So on what time frame?
4 hour. Just
Let's
wanted to
check out
see
4.
if we're what the 50 and the 200s relation is on that 4 hour.
Where is the
Yeah,
200
I was
on the
gonna say
4?
non-existent 200. Oh, it's
It's
so
way
far
up
up
here.
there. Yeah, I mean, we got a while for things to
Yeah,
really
dude, we got a
turn.
while until we
Yeah.
really kind of
And
can work
and we're
our way up there.
challenging that on the 4 hour. It looks like we're challenging the 50 as support. So if on that 4 hour, like over the next couple days, if that can hold the 50 EMA as support, that would be impressive. But
That
you
would
know,
be really
then it would
impressive. We are
maybe
getting
go
an
up to the two.
overbought signal
Yeah.
that could print in the next hour and a
Yeah.
half.
And it
So
might
we
just
could
range
see,
in that area there. I mean,
right?
yeah.
I'm looking to see the price since this is
Trying to
happening so
opium us.
aggressively. It might stay up here for a little bit, but I would imagine it comes down and tests the bottom.
Yeah,
You know what? Let's
that
check
trend.
out where the point of control is. That's what I want to
That's a
see
good
right
idea.
now. Point of control. We'll do local point of control here. Real local. Yeah. I'm expecting to come down
Yeah.
and challenge that guy.
Yeah, that
Makes
makes
sense
sense.
too.
Yeah, that's the next level down for support, really. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll see if that holds, you know?
Yeah, there.
I guess is the because we pulled this, I think, last week. I think it was last week is basically the same.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'm in that same range where it is pretty much right now, kind of, or close to
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
we're challenging levels here. We're trying to, there's a fight going on
there is,
right now.
man. And so yeah, I'm not right. There's currently, right, we're not as misleading as that headline was that we were talking about earlier. Um, and
Pumping.
like, yeah, it's popping. It's not
Bear
pumping.
market is over. Hug
It's
me,
it's
bros. We made it.
hug, wag me, everyone, wag me. Yeah. Anyway, so let's do some Ape Watch.
Yeah, let's
Let's
check
check
it.
out Ape real quick.
Oh,
Ape
yeah,
is playing within.
huh.
Oh wow, I
Yeah,
pulled up
man.
a bunch of stuff already. Geez, I
The
have some
50 is
old.
the 50 is on its way back to the 200 there on Ape. It's slowly but
It's
surely making
creeping,
its way.
dude. It's creeping up
It
there.
is.
Yeah. So I would be looking for just this patterns
Yeah, you want that
trend.
trend to keep going there.
Um, yeah, because you're not wanting the price to come back and really challenge this. I mean, if you're wanting to get this like super bullish here, um, because as you could see, like for example, like this trend was going great. It looked like, hey, 50 MA is gonna go cross the 200. We're gonna be bulls again, and then it broke, and then now we're into this mess here. Um, So I'd be playing these trend lines, and we are getting an overbought signal on the 4 hour, just like kind of everything else that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Um, so it's not like are we like what
Charts
I'm
are all looking
wondering
very similar.
is because right now it's pretty bad, right? We're like down 2 to 6% on a lot of these. I'm wondering if it'll be interesting to see like if these candles print, then we could be seeing like down double digits by the end of the day, is what I'm saying. If this is false, if this gets repainted, I'm not, I'm actually kind of betting. I mean, we only got an hour and a half left. Um, it's going to take a lot for this to get repainted.
Yeah, the
Um,
only thing is those 30 minutes looking green, those are the only thing that could mess with that, you know?
yeah,
Because
and the question is like,
if you had some upward momentum for the next hour and a half, I don't know.
well, I don't think that would change it
Mm,
because for the 30-minute, like all this has to do is price come up and challenge the
yeah.
daily open and whatnot. And like for example, that's a 492. 4 hour, that's just in the middle of or that's just this vector candle, which would make sense.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I mean, and so it could come up here, get rejected here, and it would still probably print that, and then the
Mhm.
next candle is what just tanks it.
We do have green
So
money
I
flow too, but yeah, I agree. I mean,
it is
I'm
green
still
money
I'm
flow,
still
yeah.
overall bearish, but yeah, there's just
Yeah.
things that are making me nervous
Yeah, true.
about that
Because
long
4 hour
term.
it did challenge the 50 MA here, or
Yeah.
like, right? It's got a clean rejection off of that.
Yeah, I do
Um,
wonder if
so
that red little dot is
is
real,
gonna get
is gonna give
repainted,
us a real dump or not.
right?
Hmm.
So I'd be watching for that. Because it looks like we could just be, maybe this is a interesting scalp. I would go down in the lower time frames and see if what is this 8? Yeah, maybe you can get a decent little scalp, just at least
Yeah,
claiming this candle, and
yeah,
then
s
coming back down.
definitely.
Because that's a
Scalper
lot of
win.
confluence. We have vector candle zone, daily
Yeah,
open, come on up and challenge it, get
yeah.
rejected, or bust through it.
How dare you
You know,
reject
we have had see we got lower highs. Yeah. I'm not mm, I mean this trend is nice. So it does look like we are wanting the lower time frames all are like, hey, we want to start getting number going up, number going up. So let's just see if that starts to actually be enough on those higher time frames and start changing some of those nasty, nasty
nasty?
looking
Thank you for watching GMTV.